Welcome back, all you beautiful people out there. Thank you so much for tuning in to the MLG Play-In Tournament. Of course, 2 teams from this tournament are going to move on to Season 2 of the MLG COD League. I'm Golden Boy, joined by Maze here, and we've been calling this matchup 2-1 right now in favor of Vex. This is it, domination. Vex wins this one. They will be able to come out big with this victory, moving on in the winner portion of the bracket.
That is absolutely right. And I mean, Vex, obviously, they've been doing very well here, up 2-1 against aoX. And the funny thing is here, I'm going to get a chance to cast old school, like I like to call it here, because I'm not in the Codcaster mode right now. So I'm going to try to do I didn't get the invite until just now. So the good thing is I'll be able to call it like I see it here, the old school way, like the COD 4 days. You remember those days?
Oh, yeah, those are great. I mean, I did it all the way up to MW3. So, I mean, it wasn't until Black Ops 2 that we got nifty esports broadcasting capabilities. So, I mean, you know, for all you youngins out there, you know, I mean, don't know what it's like to not have Oracle mode, right? But in any case, though, looking and seeing what's going on here, you know, the thing about aoX that I really like about this team is that they are a clutch team. They're a squad that can definitely pull out a victory there, you know, when their backs are against the wall. But I want to point this out, though. They won on strike zone domination thanks to some flipping and some aggressive play there. Freight, it's a different beast, I feel like. I mean, much more different than strike zone. I don't know. How do you feel about that, Mace?
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, Freight is all about those long sight lines and being able to control either top red or top Owens with an AR if you're the team that is attacking from that side. Right now, aoX is the team that is actually attacking from that side, but they can't seem to get the picks that they need in order to move up and pick up that Bravo flag, and that's why it's Vex right now that is starting to pile on the points, and 22-11 so far is the score.
Yeah, but they do manage to clear out 3, so this is going to be a big opportunity for them to move into B and get this cap. They're about halfway there. Player around the corner, and he's going to get taken out, and they're not going to be able to make anything happen there. But they do get the neutralization. Look for Croaster. Never mind. I thought he was going to be able to stop it or make something happen. Sin, on the other hand, though, moving up, finding one. That's going to be a kill there. Still, the flag's going to be neutral. One around the corner. Not going to be able to close that kill out either. Croaster finding one. There will be another one on the flag there. He saw the foot, and that's going to be a kill there for Pluto on Croaster as Doubt continues to push forward along with Mud Dog and I believe Sin. They're trying to make some waves here, get B, that neutral flag. They're down by 13. And of course, their backs are against the wall here in this winter bracket.
Yeah, they really do have a problem right now trying to get that Bravo flag. But here's the thing. Unfortunately for aoX, they're losing these gunfights. They're set up really well, but they're losing the gunfights mid-map. And Bravo happens to be mid-map, and that's why they find themselves in losing anything. But it's
big win. Oh, big win out of Doubt, man. I mean, he picked off a kill underneath the track, and then on top of that, he was able to find a player right to his left and won that with the hip fire vector. That was such a huge victory there. They desperately needed that one. Doubt coming out huge.
Yeah, Doubt coming up huge, and he was struggling at the beginning of this one, now picking it up 6-6 for his team with 2 captures. And now look at this play by Sin trying to overextend and pick up a neutralization. That's the aggression you need to see from aoX, and they're putting on the pressure now.
Oh, yeah, as a matter of fact, they have Saint. He's going to be over by C, so this is going to be a huge stop here. Let's see, Mud Dog and Saint, 1v1 now. They get the neutralization. That has to be annoying because just when things look like they were going well for him, but Mud Dog is going to get hit markers. He has to take out this player around here before he could do anything, and oh, Saint is going to be able to win that gun battle. That was huge there for Vex to be able to still maintain control of this matchup. Croaster, he's going to push up on the flag, knowing that there's going to be a player around the corner. He gets cleaned up. Mud Dog now in the mid, finding him through the smoke. He's going to get taken out, and Sin having to deal with this one annoying player lingering around and actually busting out that Bison after the new update. Bison is going to be a real deadly weapon. Surprised we haven't seen a little bit more of it here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. The Bison and the CVJ-MS.
I'm all about that CVJ, bro.
That CVJ with the armor-piercing rounds already built into the weapon. You got to love that. Those tungsten rounds getting some damage downrange. And I love that little gun. But right now, Sid's making that Bison work.
Tell me, the Bison's a melter, bro. It just melts. That's all it does.
And
Oh,
he's
dirty.
enjoying that. Look at these gunfights going back and forth here. 3 down for Team Vex as aoX is looking like they're trying to control this one again. Remember, 5-point differential right now as aoX was playing with a deficit and now is really piling on those points.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, granted, it is 66 to 64, 67 to 63, 3-point game now in favor of Vex. And I know I haven't been giving Vex a lot of love, so we'll go ahead and follow them for the last 40 seconds and kick it off for them on the second side of this matchup. But they lost a 13-point lead at one point thanks to some real steady play from aoX. Now Huddle looking to move inside of this flag and cap it, which they managed to make happen. And now they're going to regain the lead here just by 1 point, a slither. Pretty much at this point now, you're looking at this game, and if you're aoX, you're like, well, going into the second half, it's going to be a whole new game. It's not going to be like, yeah, it's a fresh start, especially if they can manage to keep it close like this or get that neutralization on B.
Yeah, but right now, look at this. I mean, they were threatening to triple cap there for a little bit, but the neutralization on Charlie still is a problem there. And it's going to be a very narrow margin of victory here for the boys from Team Vex, I believe here, right?
Yep, Vex actually able to pull off that victory, 81 to 78. That's going to be 3 points. That can go away in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
In a little bit of a breath, it could go away. Literally, it's that simple to watch that dwindle down. So it's basically like it's a tie game going into the second half. As
you
it's
just play a whole new round. You just play a whole new round. And Doubt going off on that one, 18 and 9. Of course, that big play in the middle there on B was a huge swing for them. Doubt was able to find that one player underneath the tracks, turned around, and was able to secure B thanks to a kill on the left side. Huge victory there for him. But now let's see, again, 81 to 78 is the score going into this second half of play. And it's all going to be dependent on who is able to push out quicker on B and get this control right away. We saw Vex manage to do it with a 13-point lead, Maze, into that in that first half, and then they ended up giving that one up.
That's right. And right now, remember, we're switching sides here. So the boys from Vex are going to be starting off right behind that Owens building on that Charlie flag. And last we saw Vex, they played very well from the opposite spawn, controlling Porter or the bar or the brewery, excuse me, and White. So they really did a good job there. Now they've got a little bit of an advantage because Owens and Red, just very good power positions here on Freight Domination.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough battle for both teams here. Of course, aoX fighting to stay in this matchup and push it to a Game 5 search and destroy. Meanwhile, Vex, they want to close this one down and just be done with it. Moving on to the next round here in this upper bracket, while aoX will take a trip to the lower bracket. And that's where you're pretty much fighting for your life to get into the MLG Season 2 Call of Duty League, where you face off against some of the best teams in the world. From Season 1, if I'm correct. And, you know, I mean, I have to say, looking at Vex, it was a great game overall. Doubt, he went off there. He has to have another performance like that again, or he needs some help from his teammates.
That's absolutely right. And right now, I'm going to go on board with Pluto. He's been going big for his team as of late, and we already know that that's what he likes to do. Switches over to the MTRX on that push, and unfortunately does get picked. But Vex right now needs to put on that aggression. It's 3 down for them already as aoX is starting to play those power positions beautifully right now.
Yeah, Huddle with an AR in his hand. Look at Pluto getting double kills. The veteran there definitely showing off that he certainly still has it. Huddle, top at the 3-story red. He's going to be red 3. He managed to find one over by the crates there. That's going to be an easy shot for him. Hit markers through. Not going to be the case. So Saint now, and we talked about this before. Can Vex establish control early? Who's going to establish control early? Because that could very well lead to that victory here. Because, again, this is a whole new ball game. 3-point lead in favor of aoX. I mean, that's it. That goes away in a heartbeat.
And it's already null and void, to be honest with you. It's a 6-point differential in this half, which means it's gone. They're up by 3, and they're piling on those points, controlling Charlie and Bravo beautifully, and also winning their gunfights as Saint slides in there, and we'll get another kill to end that 2-death streak that he had there.
Yeah, I mean, he's, of course, trying to rack on points there to get that point streak or the specialist bonus, which, of course, is a big help. Huddle is going to be able to find one player. It's going to be a second one as well, just continuing to hold out B. But just as we say, B is going to get neutralized here. Saint and Crew going to try and work their way over by it, but you can see that one player actually on the flank. They currently only have one flag to that. Oh, Saint, please. He's able to take out 2 players there. That was going to be huge. Player around the corner, though, and that was going to be Mud Dog there as he managed to take him out. They desperately needed a home flag. They managed to get one, but at this point, they don't even need to get B. They know that aoX needs B, so they can continue to just play more inside of their base and let them think that B is going to be right for the picking.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And Saints playing the role of the home wreckers, what I like to call it, just neutralizing that home flag and being persistently a nuisance there for Team aoX. And it's working out beautifully because he's right back where he left off, picking up everyone, and now going to try to neutralize it again.
It's going to be a trip cap. Saint's going to go for it. Oh, and he's not going to be able to do that there, but he is going to have slacked. And, you know, you see what Saint did there is he's pushed up. Those players spawned back white, which prompts them to have to move up on A, which they managed to do so. They send a wave of players over by A, and they can't push up on the mid, so that's going to funnel them into one area there and pin them right at the back left of their map, the corner there of the map, back crate. And as you just see, Vex now dismantling aoX with some wonderful positioning and great plays.
Yeah, and the positioning is really being told here by Huddle, who's just sitting on white and winning all his gunfights.
Oh, dude, he's the man in the driver's seat, mate. So, like that's the thing. He's the one basically telling his teammates, well, you know what? I got the left side covered. So long as you got eyes bottom white, I'm good. And that's exactly what he was doing there for as long as he could. Now aoX is going to have to push up. They do manage to get the home flag of Vex here on C, but it's just going to be an easy flip to just move a player over there on A, and that actually is going to be Saint here. And with 60 to 34 right now, you're looking at a very sizable lead. 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. If aoX can make some magic happen here, they can come back into this, but I just don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening either. They've just been losing too many gunfights as of late, and that's not going to win you that map positioning that you need to be able to do. And Doubt, unfortunately, he's struggling for his team, has the most caps, but he's 7 and 10. And I don't like calling anyone out, but aoX
well, Sin's
really
also
had a
struggling
chance,
too.
you know?
He's 5 and 12.
Yeah,
you know what
true.
I mean? Doubt had a great game at the start there, but Sin and Doubt Sin just not able to do anything there either. I mean, granted, if you look at this here, if aoX is able to continue to hold this, I mean, it's going to be about a couple 20-point lead right now. 20 points plus the 3 that Vex had going into the half, so 23 points. They pretty much just need a trip cap and to hold it at this point, or else they just won't be able to do anything. I don't even know if it's possible at this point.
I believe it is already mathematically impossible. It's 40 seconds did just surpass, and it's going to be very different. They literally have to get that triple cap at the 30-second mark, and I don't think it's going to happen. They do have a 2 flag capture advantage, and they're moving in, but I just think that too much here for aoX to be able to surpass.
Yep, that is going to do it there, Maze. I mean, aoX just couldn't quite. It was just that second half. I mean, you had Vex come out strong at the gate there. Strong showing, out of Huddle. You know, with that AR just continuing to exact his dominance. Honestly, it was a good run there. 9 points here in the second half. So that's going to be about, let's see. If they trip capped it, they probably, or neutralized it, they probably could have come back into it. But it was just too late at that point. 79 to 72 in favor of the boys over in Vex. They come out strong with a victory, and our friends in aoX are just going to move on to the lower bracket.
That's right, and they're going to have to fight for their lives there now, as you know, those lower brackets, they're stressful. They are. They
I know about that
life.
It's not fun. It's not a fun life at all.
It's not.
Yeah, Pluto, by the way, the veteran, big showing out of him, 19 and 12. A strong showing out of Pluto on that play. And on the other side, I mean, he had 3 teammates, Saint, Slack, and Huddle, go 12, 12, 12. I mean, consistent play out of all 3 members, or out of those 3 members, and of course Huddle, or Pluto, like I said, going off. On the other side, though, it was a story of one player for aoX stepping up at a key time. Fortunately, they just needed more than one there, as all the members of Vex definitely came out strong. They're going to take this series with a score of 3-1. And like we said before, aoX will move to the lower bracket. So, Ron, what match we have coming up next, buddy? I don't know if he's organized the match yet. Ooh, we have Vanquish versus Erupt coming up next.
Beautiful. Can't wait.
That's the second winner semifinal match, or upper semifinal matchup. That should be a good one. You know, Maze, I got to say, looking at those 2 rosters, I'm really excited to cast this. So
It's gonna be phenomenal to be able to cast it, and we'll be back with that match very soon too.
Yeah,
So,
that's right, guys. So
exciting
don't
stuff.
go anywhere. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have Vanquish going up against Erupt. You're not going to want to miss it. It's MLG Season 2 tournament, of course, the play-in tournament. Winners, 2 teams, will move on to the MLG COD League again, Season 2. It should be a good one, guys. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll see you on the other side.